How to knit the twisty bind off. Hi everyone, Norman here. Today I want to show you a wonderful stretchy bind off method called the twisty bind off. It was first made popular by a YouTube and Ravelry user named Lorraine a couple of years ago, and it's a great in-pattern method without flare. Perfect for cuffs or hems. Let's show you how to knit it. To knit the twisty bind off, you need to read your knitting and knit every stitch the way it appears and twist the right needle around before you do that. Let me show you what I mean. So my first stitch is a knit stitch. It has this little V here at its base. This means I need to knit it. And then I need to identify my next stitch. I'm knitting a 1x1 rib stitch here, and in my case it's a purl stitch. It has this little bump here at its base. This means I need to purl it. And before I can purl a stitch when I knit the twisty bind off, I need to twist my right needle around counterclockwise. See, counterclockwise. And now you can purl this stitch and lift the second stitch over the first one as normal. Then you need to identify your next stitch. In this case it's a knit stitch. It has this little V here at its base, and for a knit stitch you need to twist the needle around clockwise, then knit this stitch and pass over. Let's do that one more time. So my next stitch is a purl stitch. This means I need to twist around counterclockwise, purl the stitch and pass over. My next stitch is a knit stitch, so I twist around clockwise, knit it and pass over. Let's do that a couple of more times in slow motion. Once you've bound off all stitches, this will be the resulting edge. Quite stretchy, but without any visible flare, so quite nice and neat, and it follows this beautiful little zigzag line. You can also use the twisty bind off to finish a 2x2 rib stitch. In this case you have to adapt the repeat a tiny bit. So we are going to start like this. Knit the first 2 stitches and pass over. And for a 2x2 rib stitch, the golden rule is, or rather for any other knitting stitch pattern as well, whenever you change from a knit to a purl stitch, so the next stitch is a purl stitch and the previous one was a knit stitch, you have to turn the needle around counterclockwise like this, and then you purl that stitch and pass over. Now my next stitch is a purl stitch, which means I am not changing the pattern, so I can just purl that and pass over. The second part of the golden rule is whenever you change from a purl stitch to a knit stitch, so the next stitch is a knit stitch while the previous stitch was a purl stitch, you have to turn the right needle around clockwise. then knit it and pass over. So whenever you change from a knit to a purl stitch, or a purl stitch to a knit stitch, you have to adjust the repeat, and in the middle you can just knit and pattern. So my next stitch is a purl stitch. Here this was a knit stitch. This means I need to turn the needle around counterclockwise. I purl it, pass over. Next stitch is a purl stitch, purl it, pass over. And here again, this is a knit stitch. This means I have to turn around clockwise before I knit, and then I can pass over. So there is just a little twist to the standard bind off, and I guess that's why it's called twisty bind off. One more time, just like that. So as you can see, this is the resulting edge. Not too stretchy, but as I said in the introduction, it doesn't flare out either, so that's very nice. Anyway, that's how to knit the twisty bind off. Please like this video if you enjoyed watching, comment with your questions and your feedback, and of course don't forget to subscribe in case you don't want to miss any new videos. Happy knitting and enjoy the rest of your day!